Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is a big day. You knew that, right? I know. A lot of emotions, palpitations, little tremor. That's all good. It's all good. Welcome, everyone. I know that Weisin Rosenberg, who's going to go after me, would like me to spend about 5 minutes, 10 minutes on kidney alone. It's not going to happen. We are here to celebrate you. We are here to take a big, wide look at your passion, your perseverance, your place personally and professionally in society, and your ability to be the next generation, the next wave of people that will carry forward the art and craft of medicine. And I take this very seriously. I take very seriously the layered collective solutions that are part of medicine in general for thousands of years and part of this university for the last 135 years. I've been here for only 30 of these 135, and I can tell you that this medical school has never been in a better position than it is today. Some of you know that we ranked number 8 in the United States among the public medical schools. That's the best we've done in about 3 decades now. Some of you know that we were able to, it's really my team, I don't claim much credit for that, secure the 8-year accreditation from the LCME, which is the body that governs medical education in the United States. And some of you know that we are imparting on a next phase of the clinical relationship of the practice, medical school, all in service of that tremendous humanizing force that medicine, health, and well-being is. So as you are looking at this as being a part of something that is of this value and virtue, I think some reflection on the people that got you here is in place. So look around your tables and across the little aisles, across your champagnes, and recognize for a minute that none of us has gotten to our places without people who were gentle, magnanimous, who opened the door for us, who supported us when we were fragmented and fragile. And I think many of these relationships are among you, your class, the people you studied with, the people you did rotations with. And in that, I would like to suggest that you keep these relationships in the hollow of your hand, because they will become more mature, more deep with time, and that shared experience of the medical education and medical school here will travel with you regardless where you end up. Which brings me to the match a little bit. And with some danger of saying this, I'm going to say it's really important, but it really doesn't matter as much where you matched or even if you matched, which is very, 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 very unlikely and very small percentage this year, which I'm very delighted and grateful for that. What really matters is that you have committed your life, your hearts, your minds to serving others, to alleviate human suffering, to use science to drive clinical care. And yes, as you have been taught by others, your obligation is to teach others and look at others that will be your students, your residents, your junior faculty, whatever that is, as a part of the obligation that we all have for each other in the realm of medicine, because it's so important, because there is really hardly an issue, I believe, in society and in just lived reality that is more important than having the honor and obligation to be a part of lives of people that are broken, sick, and they need help. And you being able to do this with the commitment, the common sense, the vigor, and the sense of consequence of what it means individually, in every OR, in every clinic, in every phone call, virtual visit. That is what the future looks like. This is what you do. You are building the future by your individual actions. And this medical school, myself, are immensely proud of you, but also deeply, deeply grateful. So congratulations, I wish you the best, and thank you.
Thank you, Dean Toller, and thank you for everything you do for the medical school. It's been an amazing journey for us to get to where we are right now. I'm Mark Rosenberg. I serve the Dean in the medical school as the Vice Dean for Education and Academic Affairs, and it's my pleasure to welcome all of you today. I'm not as good as giving a speech without notes, so as the Dean is, but congratulations on getting to this point in your medical careers. You've achieved much, and you are a success no matter what happens today. I want to express my deep gratitude to all of you students. You've helped us continue to improve as a medical school and to make your learning and your experience better, not only for yourselves, but for those that come after you. And thank you for the care and compassion you've demonstrated to the patients you've cared for during your medical school journey. You are in a position to make a difference in people's lives. What you've been through has not been easy. Learning the field of medicine, learning how to critically think as a physician, living up to the professional expectations of being a future physician, advocating and advancing your ideas and beliefs, and then COVID-19 and the resultant transitions in where and how you learn. But you did it all. Matching into residency is the next step in this journey, and I wish you all well as you learn the results of your match and take these next steps in becoming a competent and compassionate physician. You know, I am confident, as the Dean is, that no matter what's in your envelope, you will adapt and be successful. But most of all, I also want to express how proud we are of all of you. It's sort of tradition to tell some match day war stories, so I'm going to give you two brief ones. I did not experience the match. I grew up in Canada and went to the University of Manitoba Medical School, what we called the U of M. I did a rotating internship after medical school, which was the next step when I was training. And I decided after that to look for residencies and was always attracted to internal medicine. I knew someone in the Twin Cities and decided and got an interview here. I had no idea what an ARIS application was and don't remember ever doing one. And I had a great day here. You know, I loved the medical school and the program and wrote to the program director and said that. And he told me I'd have to await the results of the match. And I asked, you know, what's a match? And he explained to me, so I promptly phoned up the match people and said, hey, I had a great day here, I want to get in on the match. And they told me I was like 3 months too late to register. And so I did contact them and tell them that, and said that I missed the match, and thanked them, and thought I'd have to start looking for other opportunities in Canada. You know, several weeks later, I received a letter stating they accepted me outside the match, which you could do back then, you can't do now, and was given a start date and started my internal medicine residency program here at the university. And that was 41 years ago, and I've been here ever since. Part of me is sad that I didn't go through the match, and part of me is envious of you, but a much larger part is glad that I don't have to endure the suspense you're all feeling now. You know, the second story is a more recent one, and right now I'm speaking to the family and friends who are with you today. You know, I experienced the match in 2021 as a dad and as a future father-in-law, and I understand on a very personal level what you're going through, and I empathize with you. So let me close by congratulating you on your success, and no matter what's in your envelope, you're on your way to one of the greatest adventures of your life. Thank you, and I think our student MCs are going to take over right now.
Look at me already beating David to the punch. Are these working? Woohoo! There we go. Good morning, everyone. My name is Liz Babkin.
And I'm David Amen.
And we are so excited to be here. You guys, we made it! Woohoo!
We really are so happy to be here with you guys today. As Liz and I talked about what we would want to talk about today with you all these last few weeks, we thought that the excitement and the energy that we felt was very similar to our first couple days of medical school. So I remember, do you have our little clicker? Is this our clicker?
I think it'll be a clicker, yeah. You
All
look
right.
up here.
So, on my first few days of orientation, I drew everybody that I met as a stick figure.
In fact, do you have your little sheet with you?
I do.
Now, David, were you just drawing absentmindedly, not even paying attention to our orientation on day one?
David would say that he listened attentively through all orientation activities, and he was just so excited to be starting medical school and so excited to be meeting all these new people. And so I still have the original sheet right here, and it's actually on the outside of those schedules that Dr. Slattery gave us. Is Dr. Slattery here? Is Dr. Slattery here? No? Okay. Maybe that's for the better. The schedule itself did not get a lot of use, but I would really hope that he would appreciate the paper itself did. And over these past couple years, I just couldn't let go of the sheet of paper.
And so when David told me this for the first time, I just absolutely cracked up because I was like, this is so representative of the last 4 years, both the good and the bad and everything that came in between. And so we figured, why not just start a presentation with all of us as little stick figures?
There's our clicker. And we did. So we decided to make a little presentation for you all today with some improved artistic and storyline detail from your very own Liz Babkin. All right? All right, yeah. Woo. Okay.
So let's start this.
Clicker. So we begin our story. Those very first days of orientation, like I just mentioned, we have our Twin Cities campus and our Duluth campus. Both of those cement tan buildings looking as stunningly unremarkable as ever.
I mean, but even still, I remember just being so excited. Like, here we were, starting medical school. I feel like the first time that I walked in after all the hardship of even getting into medical school, I remember sitting down in our lecture hall on the Twin Cities campus, looking up at the slide and watching my entire undergraduate career covered in one single seminar lecture. And then they were like, here's all this new material starting lecture 2. And I was like, oh, what? We don't even get an orientation period? And they said no. And we just started learning many, many, many beautiful parts of the human body. So whether it was in histology, pretending that any of us, except for the future pathologists in the room, understood what we were looking at, whether it was anatomy, really the only muscle that I remember is the levator labii. Wait, oh my God, no, it is levator labii superiori aliquae nasi, which is the longest muscle, and it is right here, kind of by the mouth and the nose. See how well I remember that? We're doing great. Whether it was our pathology, our physiology, I just remember being so excited that we were learning all the beautiful aspects of the human body. And just getting a chance to, revel in the fact of that we're here and also have conversations whether Anki is the superior form of studying or whether we should ignore it entirely. It was a very heated debate amongst our classmates.
And along the way, it wasn't just all about Anki or studying. We made a lot of friends, stick figure friends. We joined student groups, we volunteered at places like the Phillips Neighborhood Clinic. We rock climbed, we did other things outside, although our Duluth folks probably did a lot more outside adventuring than us Twin Cities folks.
Absolutely. And some parts of it were genuinely really hard, and I definitely don't want to gloss over those periods, whether it was the challenges that came with studying for step 1 and step 2, our own personal hardships that we went through along the way, or saying goodbye temporarily to our dual degree and flex degree classmates who went on to go do beautiful and wonderful things in the meantime. It was a lot of just going through the good and bad, and it was really nice to have our support systems and our loved ones like you all along the way.
And then we did it.
Woo!
We finished our preclinical years. Those were the first 2 years of medical school out of 4. Just like my middle school librarian told me in 7th grade, you're really over the hump now. This is a very accurate description of what took place. I'm the short stick figure in the middle with the brown hair and the glasses being lifted up by a balloon, and that's tall Jacob assisting the lift on the balloon there. All right, and just as quickly it was over, we got into the hospital for our very first time. And I personally wondered why so quickly I forgot everything that I had just learned over the past 2 years. There were a lot of really hard days, a lot of really good days, and everything in between.
And I don't know about you guys, but I really found myself during those clinical years. There's just something different about finally being in the hospital, finally doing the work that we're doing. There were, again, a lot of moments that I remember really strongly, a lot of patients that sit very deeply into my heart, and also a lot of different rotations, some of them that I really, really loved, and some of them that I was very excited to never have to do again, and I'm glad that others in our class chose to do that in my stead and your steads as well. And so whether that was everything from family med, anesthesia, radiology, I really think the key for us was just the fact that we were finally getting to find what we loved, finding the kind of things that drove our hearts, and especially when it comes to residents, providers, all the people that came between, just listening to them talk and say, wow, these are my people. I finally found the people who I want to spend the rest of my life working alongside. And that was, I don't know, for me, just a very touching thing that I cried about at least 7,000 times. So it was great.
All right. And then we applied, and we interviewed largely from our desks at home for most of us. From the heat in my armpits to the glare off my glasses from my ring light, it was everything I could have ever dreamed of. And we made it to this week, and on Monday, we found out that we matched.
Woo! And y'all, now we're here! No, but like seriously, let's take a moment. I know we're all nervous, but we made it! We're all gonna be doctors! So again, whether it was from the start of it all, it truly for me, and I'm not even saying this to romanticize, it genuinely feels like we were across the bend having these lectures, and for the Duluth folks a little bit farther away. From like, yesterday, it feels like, and now here we are about to find out where we're going, and that's just, I don't know, really exciting to me. I think that's great. So yeah, that's just very excited to see all of you. David and I will continue to be around to announce our next couple of speakers.
So these folks were all nominated by us to talk today. So it's a cool honor, a fun honor. We're so happy to have them here with us. And like Liz said, we'll be introducing our speakers as we go. Our first speaker is Kevin Diebel. Kevin Diebel is faculty up at our Duluth campus through the Department of Biomedical Science. One student wrote about Dr. Diebel is that the thing about Dr. Diebel is he's just the dad of our class. Like, you just trust he'll make everything okay, and honestly, he always does. You can totally tell that as a true student comment. And so, Dr. Diebel, would you like to come on up?
Good morning, everybody. So I'm the dad of the Duluth campus now, huh? That's good to know. I'm happy to be here this morning. Thank you so much for the invitation. It means a lot to me. I really care about the program. I really care about the students up in Duluth, and to receive this honor means a lot to me. I know a lot of the faculty and staff wanted to join me from Duluth today and couldn't make it, so there's a few of us. But we are experiencing a pretty good snowy winter. We had the snowiest December. We just got another snowstorm yesterday. There's literally the piles of snow on the corners now are taller than me. And we hope that the big mounds on the side of the road are actually cars. We'll find out in a couple months. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm happy to be here. I was able to beat the storm down yesterday, and so thanks for the introduction. Thanks for letting me be here as part of this special moment. I'm excited for you as you're about to learn the new leg of your life's journey in the next bit this morning, coming up in less than an hour. And congratulations for getting to this moment where all the hard work is about to pay off, where you're about to see where yourself's going. So you deserve to give yourself a round of applause for getting to this moment. So after receiving the invitation to be here with you today, I can't help but to think that this is one of the two classes that I was interacting with when March 2020 happened and we all went home for the pandemic. And so jogging my memory to kind of the last in-person meetings that we had during the week of March 9th in 2020, I was meeting with the class of 2022, those that just graduated last year. We were talking about the comprehensive basic science exam and what that was like, and reminding them, don't forget you still have to pass HRM, you still have to do dedicated study, you got a long ways to go, you're gonna be just fine. That conversation lasted 30 seconds, and then everything else was about like what's gonna happen with COVID-19. And then with this class, I remember getting into the classroom, I think it was during finals week for neuro, which in and of itself is like probably the most intense week in Duluth programming. And so you're studying for the neuro final, and I'm just like, just ask whatever questions you want. You just tell me what's on your mind. And we had all sorts of questions, a long conversation about, you know, how dangerous is this really? Will we have to stay at home? What does that look like? How long will it be? I mean, the topics were all over the place, including like, what's going on with the stock market? I still remember that question. I'm like, the stocks don't like pandemics. And so it's like, so, I mean, it was really an interesting time. And so I remember leaving the lecture hall and going out into the atrium, and I was feeling uncertain. I was nervous and excited. I wasn't really sure what to expect. Waving goodbye, saying take care, thinking about, I'm not really sure when I'll see you guys again. And so for a lot of you, I saw you one more time, in August when we were doing PPE training, going back for the academic year 2021, getting ready for anything that we would have to break social distancing, where we would need some sort of donning and doffing training and stuff like that. Might have seen you that time, and then for a lot of you, I'm seeing you again just for the next time. So I haven't seen you all in a long time because most of my teaching was remote. So it's very nice to see you again this morning. So much has happened since that point in time. The classroom we met in doesn't even exist anymore, right? And so you kind of had to live through the construction of the new classroom as we were doing that during the pandemic. You guys moved on, you went into your clerkships, you were dealing with the Delta and the Omicron waves. I mean, the pandemic was still really impacting everybody. It was a time of great change, and we're just not the same today, individually or as a society, as we were just a few short years ago. But when it comes down to it, when I think about you, and I think about your class, I really think about hope, and I feel hopeful. You guys are strong. I think you're very strong. Individually and as a community, you found ways to persevere together, and I'm proud of your ability to navigate these times. If you go back to the atrium in Duluth, one of the things that always sticks out to me when I walk through the atrium is there's a map of the state of Minnesota. And on it, there's all the spots that highlight the places, the big towns, the small towns, places in the Twin Cities, places in Duluth, where individuals that come into the program in Duluth eventually go on to practice. And it's pretty intense. It's impressive. It's the wide-ranging impact of what we've done over the last 50 years on the Duluth campus to put more than 2,000 individuals out into service all across the state and all across the country makes me really proud to be part of that process. And it's just a fraction of the whole story. So I work in Duluth and I interact with students in the first 2 years, but I recognize the large cohort of Twin Cities students as well that I never really get a chance to meet. And so thank you as well for all the work that you're doing to go and make an impact on your communities in the future. And so when you go through your match and you go on to have your career, I just want you to carry on with you some hope and a sense of proudness that I have in you. And the impact that you and your prior classmates will have and already have made is immense, and it's hard to even imagine. And it's kind of funny to think that just walking by that map jogs up those kind of thoughts, but it does. And it comforts me to know that we're ultimately working so hard together to try to make our communities better places to live by improving the healthcare outcomes for everyone. And I hope you see that too. The work that you'll be doing, the lives that you'll impact. I know that myself and the faculty and staff from the medical school will be sending hopeful and proud thoughts your way as you go on to serve your communities. So I hope in the coming months, you get to take a few moments for yourselves, your friends, your family, and the loved ones in your community and reflect back and look forward, and that you have a sense of belonging. I hope that you feel that you are and will be exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't make sense at first. And so now that you're close to taking that next step, so close to entering that next phase of training, closer to finding your spot on the map, remember that you're not alone, and don't lose hope. I'm excited for you. I can't wait to hear all about the amazing things your life journey will give you and to see and feel the impact of your work in the world. I'm honored to have been a part of your journey for a short period of time. I'm proud of you, and I'll be thinking of you, and good luck, and take care.
Thank you so much. All right. Our next speaker is Dr. Michael Kim. He is a longtime gopher here, working both as the Assistant Dean for Student Affairs and as one of our MedPeds hospitalists. Dr. Michael Kim is a familiar name to everyone here on the Twin Cities campus and is foundational to the backbone of things that we have done here today. One of the students here wrote, the thing about, let me hear, just getting through. Dr. Kim is an incredible resource for students both in and outside the hospital. He shows such a profoundly wonderful level of advocacy and compassion for his patients in the hospital and really mirrors the care he shows for our student body as a whole. Let's give it up for Dr. Kim.
What's up? Get my speech out here. Oh, wait, is this the list of people's matches? No, sorry. I left that in my bag over there in that corner, right on that chair, so that's... Don't all go at once. Okay. So on behalf of everyone here, I want to extend my warmest congratulations on obviously this very momentous occasion, culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. You've proven yourself to be exceptional medical students, and I know you will become outstanding physicians. During your time here, you have faced significant challenges, some of them that have already been outlined, both in and out of the classroom, but you have supported each other through difficult times, celebrated each other's successes, and made lifelong connections. You worked tirelessly to develop the competencies. I have to mention competencies. I think every single presentation I've ever given to you has mentioned competencies at one point. Necessary to provide exceptional patient care, and I have no doubt you'll continue to do so as you begin your careers in medicine. Let me share some of those examples of competency as we reflect back on all the work you've done. In the area of patient care, organize and prioritize responsibilities to provide care that is safe, effective, and efficient. In the area of knowledge for practice, demonstrate an investigatory, methodical, and analytical approach to clinical situations. In the area of practice-based learning, identify strengths, deficiencies, and limits in one's own knowledge and expertise. In the area of interpersonal communication skills, demonstrate sensitivity, honesty, and compassion in difficult conversations, including those about death and life, adverse events, bad news, disclosure of errors, and other sensitive topics. In the area of professionalism, demonstrating trustworthiness that makes colleagues feel secure when one is responsible for the care of patients. In system-based practice, identifying and reporting system errors. And in interprofessional collaboration, working effectively with other members of the healthcare team or other professional groups, cultivating mutual respect, dignity, diversity, ethical integrity, and trust. All wonderful things. You may not be aware, however, that there's a set of hidden competencies that I have not yet mentioned, and here are a few of those. So in the area of interprofessional collaboration, working effectively with other members of your class to identify the noon conference that has the best free lunch. That's a good one to have, very important one. Under practice-based learning, another one hidden competency, continually identifying, analyzing, and implementing new knowledge, guidelines, and standards in navigating in-person, virtual, or hybrid class delivery. Under knowledge of practice, demonstrating an investigatory, methodical, and analytical approach to using the Slattery method to U-World questions. It's an important one. Scientific and clinical inquiry, demonstrating the critical thinking skills needed for applying to just the right number of programs in NRMP match. That's a more recent one that you've all have met. And then in interpersonal communication skills, demonstrating sensitivity, honesty, and compassion in difficult conversations when the intending is telling a really bad dad joke. Wait, that's probably more an issue working with me, but as you open your envelopes and learn where your journey will take you next, I want you to know that the entire medical community is proud of you. You have helped to make your medical school a better place, really, you have. And you have worked hard, and your dedication will be felt for years to come. This is the beginning of your journey as a physician, and I am excited to see all that you will accomplish in the coming years. Congratulations once again, and I wish you all the best in this new chapter of your lives. With love.
Alrighty. Our next name is also someone who here on the Twin Cities campus needs no introduction. Dr. Jamie Starks is a neurologist here at the VA Medical Center. She is also very delightfully known to our class as one of our neurology teachers. As a personal plug for myself, I can say that Every little tidbit that I learned from her, I still very deeply remember. There's a little picture of a penguin that she showed us to show, and it says "coddle waddle," like a penguin waddles, and I think about that just about every day. She drew a little chart for us of brain stems that I draw out on every single one of my exams, and probably will until the end of time, and is truly a phenomenal and wonderful speaker that has touched the hearts of many of us here. So thank you, Jamie Starks. Come on up.
Right. Thank you so much for that kind introduction. I'm so delighted to hear that you have forgotten nothing, and I will be quizzing you on the basal ganglia circuitry after this. All right. Well, as mentioned, some of you may remember me from such med school courses as neuroscience and HHD5. That's my last Simpsons reference, I promise, for those of you who picked up on that. That probably feels, to those of you who endured those courses, like ancient history. You've gone through so much since then. And I'm just so excited to be here with all of you today. This is truly being invited to be here, and really just being a part of any of your medical school journeys is an incredible, incredible honor and something that gives me great joy. You are all here today because you matched. That's amazing. That is a big deal. I know this keeps being said over and over again, but it really bears repeating. You're all going to be doctors. Wow. You know, for the past few years, you've spent time agonizing about what specialty is the perfect specialty for you, and then which program is the perfect program for you. And I think it all starts to feel a bit fatalistic, doesn't it? I remember, actually my match day occurred shortly after the first Hunger Games movie came out. And it was hard not to draw parallels between that dystopian world and this process, where one's fate was determined by the name that was picked from the bowl, and in our case, by an algorithm, right? But truthfully, what I've learned since then is that regardless of whether the contents of your envelope today are what you had envisioned or not, you know, many of you are going to be really thrilled with your results, and some of you are going to be disappointed. That's a reality. But regardless of what that envelope holds, I've learned that there are so many opportunities and possibilities in the field of medicine, many of which you couldn't possibly envision where you're at right now. I could not have envisioned the work that I do today, clinically, as well as the fact that I'm in this spot right now. And so, for those of you particularly who are disappointed by what your envelope holds today, but really for all of you, I want you to remember that this is just the beginning. The possibilities that that envelope are going to open up for you, imagined or not yet imagined, are many, and I encourage you all to stay open to those possibilities, and also to stay true to what drives you, what makes you happy, what makes you passionate, and don't ever let anybody else define what success means to you. The other thing that I want you to remember, once again, as you open those envelopes, you're going to be a doctor. Wow. I think it's easy to get wrapped up in this moment and define it as a success or a failure, but you are all, in this room, you are all successes today. I want you to take a moment and go back to when you were a pre-med and you were checking all the boxes, doing all the volunteer activities and getting the research experience and just hoping, oh my gosh, can I get into medical school to someday be a doctor? And then you did. You got into medical school. And then you survived medical school. And I don't know if this is a hot take, but med school is hard. And I don't know, throw a global pandemic into the mix, why not? And you've all survived the trials and tribulations, and you're here today, and that is amazing. And I don't want you to let anything eclipse that feeling. You've also all done it together. Your med school family, as I think of my med school classmates, as well as your other loved ones, your non-med school family and loved ones. Yeah, this is not something that I think anybody can do alone, and that's going to continue to be true after today. And I think as your med school family scatters across the country, as you delve into your different specialties and become more and more of your specialty stereotypes, the neurologists become nerdier and the psychiatrists get their tweed jackets that they wear every day. Like our emergency doctors, they probably already have their bike helmet, but they start wearing it like all the time, which is weird. Stay connected with your med school family. For me, it has really helped me to, I think, be a better doctor, but also a better colleague. When I get that phone call or that page from the emergency room with a very interesting consult, I'm able to think of my dear friend Katie, who I met on the first day of medical school, who's an emergency medicine physician, and hear about her stories of mean consultants who chastise her over the phone, and it helps me be kind about that not terribly interesting consult. So, again, remember today, celebrate what you all have achieved. Celebrate each other, what you've done for each other, what you've accomplished. You're all going to be doctors. It's amazing. I'll say it again. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
I'm helping run this show, and you would think I would know better than to sit in the way back and then to be able to anticipate what's coming, nonetheless. Okay, so we have one more speaker, another Duluth person. Unfortunately, we had the car that was supposed to take them here not leave this morning due to the inclement weather. So this was supposed to be Dr. Sandra Stover. I had some remarks written about her, and we'll still show her some love. And then I think we have Dr. Amy Greminger. Is that, yes, yeah? Cool, you can come on up, sure. That's all right, I'll say just a couple things about Dr. Stover. So Dr. Sandra Stover is also faculty up at our Duluth campus in the Department of Family Medicine and Biobehavioral Health. A quote from one of her students states, "We love Dr. Stover. She is such a kind and supporting professor and has always been there for students when in need of advice or support. She is also a great role model in the field of family medicine." We have a video from her. I don't know if that's going to be shown or not. I'm not running the tech show. It will be, thank you. Thank you. But for now, Dr. Amy Greminger, Department of Family Medicine and Biobehavioral Health, joined faculty at the University of Minnesota Medical School in Duluth campus in 2017. Thank you so much for filling in. Awesome.
So I am your substitute teacher for today, and I'll do probably about as good of a job as all the substitute teachers that you've ever have done. But I was thinking about that, and I was thinking back to my match day, and I heard Dr. Rosenberg talk about how the tradition is to share war stories. And when I think back to my match day, I don't remember any speakers at all. And so with that being said, I hope that you have that same experience with my speech for you today. And it really lowers the pressure on me, because I think I remember getting the envelope and nothing else. And so that is what I hope you take with you from today. I spoke to Sandy Stover very early this morning. I won't say exactly how early, but it was early. As they were all looking at the roads and everything, Dr. Diebel alluded to the conditions up in Duluth, and I will say, So for those of you who are not from Duluth, let me just spill some tea for you. Like, it's so snowy up there, the mall broke. There's only one, like literally the mall broke. The roof is collapsed in the mall. It's closed. There's only one mall up in Duluth. It's not like the Twin Cities where you just go to a different mall. It's like the only mall for like 50 to 100 miles, and it's broken. It is that snowy up there. And so those very challenging conditions were preventing people from getting here safely. But Dr. Stover wanted me to convey to you all how much she loves you and how honored she was to have been selected by you, and how much she wishes that she could have been here with you. And in fact, the whole contingent in the car, the load that got canceled, how much all of us wish that we could be here with you. I got selected by process of elimination. I was the only one down here already. So that is why you're getting this. What I would like to say is, I think this is so analogous of everything that happens with match day, right? Like, it is not what you were maybe necessarily expected, but it is what you ended up with. And that is so, so indicative of how life is, right? Like, you make your best plans, and character really is who we are in the dark. And what I know about all of you and your class is who your character is. You have come through the most challenging time that I have ever seen in medical practice, and look at you all. You're amazing. You've handled it with resilience and grace and done so much better than I would have as a medical student. And you are all here because you're amazing. And when we as faculty see you all, I hope you know you all change our lives for the better. I am a better person because I am your colleague. You are all amazing, and I know that you are going to go out and continue to make that difference in the world. Just so, so lucky to have gotten a chance to meet all of you. So with that being said, Dr. Stover put together a video for all of you from the Duluth campus. It's last minute. I watched it earlier this morning. One of the things that I enjoyed about it is you could see that she was kind of turning it on and off, and so every once in a while in the corner of the video, you could see a flash of Stover hair. It's almost like a Where's Waldo sort of opportunity for you all. So I hope that you enjoy our sincere messages. Please, if you're from Duluth, I've been instructed to take lots of pictures. I want you to find me. We want your picture, and everybody wants to support you. Do we have the video? I've been told we have the video. Yes.
Hi, everybody. We are doing a video from the Duluth campus since weather is kind of interrupting our ability to be there in person. My message to you guys was both to look back at some amazing things you were able to do and people you got to meet, to look forward, exactly what you're doing today, looking forward to where you're going. But be in the moment and enjoy the people that you're with, as I do these people. And I'm gonna let them say hi to you.
Congratulations, everybody. And good luck on a successful match day.
We are beyond pumped for all of you.
Congratulations.
We are so happy for you guys. If we can't make it down, we're gonna just, you know you have our good wishes.
Yes, we're so hoping to be there in person with all of you. We're hoping that the storm somehow misses us, and know if we can't be, we're sending tons of good thoughts, and we can't wait to see the list from the day. So know we're thinking about you all.
Hi, congratulations everyone. Wishing you all the luck. I'm sure we'll run into each other coming soon.
Congratulations everyone. I wish I could be there, but I won't be able to make it. Again, congratulations.
Hey everybody, congratulations. We're so excited for you. We're sorry we couldn't be there in person. At least we aren't sure if we can be there in person. We might try on Friday, but we don't know yet. Anyway, you're always Duluthians to us. You're very special people. Keep in touch.
Yes,
congratulations.
keep in touch with us. Congratulations. Wishing.
All right, hi everyone, good luck today. We're thinking about you, even if we can't be there in person. It's Duluth and snow and all that goes along with that. But we wish you all the best, and I guess that's all.
For that.
Thinking about you today in snowy Duluth. Good job.
Hi, congratulations everyone. You're all awesome.
Congratulations on Match Day 2023, everybody. You've worked hard to get here, and we are happy that you're moving on to the next step of your career.
You've come a long way since this, so congratulations.
Hey friends, it's Steph. Congratulations. I'm thinking about you today.
Hey everybody, congratulations on Match Day. I'm really happy for you. I hope you find all the rewards in your residency education that you're looking for, and I wish I could be down there with you today. Congratulations.
Congratulations from the center.
Hey, congratulations, you guys. Now go out and do good work, because we'll find you if you don't.
Hi, class of 2023. I'm Molly Vale.
And I'm Josie Gable. We're from the class of 2022, now at DFMC.
Yes, and we're coming in to wish you congratulations on your match day. What an exciting day for you.
We are so proud of you and glad you made it thus far. And in a year,
you'll be us.
I think in its own way that was nice, reminding us of our Zoom roots. We have one more video queuing up as we're getting that ready to go. I wanted to take a quick moment to recognize the people who are watching from YouTube, watching us all celebrate today. Hello, hi Dad. I also want to recognize the fact that so many of you, friends, loved ones, significant others, came here today. Just by a quick show of hands, who here's from the Twin Cities campus? Awesome. What about our Duluth friends? Yeah, exactly half and half. Like, I love to see it. I also wanted to just do a quick moment to recognize all of you. How many of you are like attendings and doctors here supporting your children? Got a couple? Continuing the legacy. For how many for you family members is this your first kid going into being in medical school and becoming a doctor? Yeah! Oh my gosh. That's so exciting. And then I also wanted to ask, like, who is here locally from Minnesota and has been here in Minnesota this entire time? Awesome. And then who here is from another state or abroad? Oh man, again, I love seeing the diversity. I know I can see more up here than you guys can see craning your neck 270 degrees, but we just have such an amazing diversity of people here, friends, family, loved ones. So I just wanted to do a quick celebration for all of you who came to support your loved ones here matching. Let's give it up for all of you. Wonderful. All right, we have one more video presentation today. This is someone who also from us on the Twin Cities campus needs no introduction and who was campus faculty here until fairly recently. Bob Englander, who was our previous associate dean, is now lovingly in Chicago, was incredibly kind and filmed a video for all of us to remind us about Match. For some of you here, Bob used to come to our classrooms right in the beginning and read these beautiful poems for every exam that we had, for every big milestone. And a lot of us were like, oh, it's gonna be really rough not seeing up here for Match Day. And lo and behold, we don't need to worry about that because he filmed a video just for us. So I'll let him take it away.
Well, hello, class of 2023. It's your old friend, Bob Englander. I couldn't resist the opportunity to share in this incredible day with you all and want to thank Zareen and your class for the invitation. First and foremost, congratulations to all of the wonderful class of 2023. I cannot believe that this day is already here. It seems it was very recent that we were welcoming you to the University of Minnesota School of Medicine in the Twin Cities in Duluth. I want to say thank you for the privilege of being your associate dean for the bulk of your time here. I really appreciated the opportunity and joy of getting to know many of you personally and all of you collectively over the past few years. You are a remarkable and talented group, and I have no doubt that patients, populations, and medicine writ large will benefit from your work in the future. Today is a critical day in your journey, and perhaps the most anticipated day of your medical school career. My message to you today is about a notion that I call making serendipity happen. The notion is that there are events in life that are not in our control, but the outcome of those events, how we respond to them, is deeply within our control. I believe that whatever match is in that envelope today for you is the exact right match. It was meant to be. Perhaps it won't feel that way immediately, but I think each of you is meant to meet someone, to have some unique experience, to find a special mentor or lifelong friend, to learn something that you could only learn in that setting, or maybe some combination of all of these. Your job then, during the course of your residency, is to figure out exactly what was meant to be in your match. That is, make serendipity happen. In order to illustrate this notion, you won't be surprised I want to turn to a poem. The poem is from a 14th century Persian lyric poet named Hafiz. It's called To Build a Swing, and it goes like this. You carry all the ingredients to turn your life into a nightmare. Don't mix them. You have all the genius to build a swing in your backyard for God. That sounds like a hell of a lot more fun. Let's start laughing, drawing blueprints, gathering our talented friends. I will help you with my divine lyre and drum. Hafiz will sing 1,000 words you can take into your hands, like golden saws, silver hammers, polished teakwood, strong silk rope. You carry all the ingredients to turn your existence into joy. Mix them. Mix them. You, the class of 2023, have all the ingredients to turn your existence into joy. Mix them. Mix them. Sending you lots of love, congratulations, and best wishes, Bob.
I have no power. I walked all the way up. She goes, just turn it over to me. I can do that. Rachel Rudin? Oh. Okay. No, I don't have any other final thoughts. I think Rachel will tell you that we're running a little ahead of schedule.
That's great.
So,
You're doing great. Thank you.
Yeah, Rachel Rudin, everybody.
Little on the earring. Perfect. Let's just let that hang. I want to make sure the photos capture that. Thank you. I know, Dr. Diebel, you had that same problem, so. Okay, here we go. Well, hello, I'm Rachel Rudin. I'm one of the behind-the-scenes coordinators of this event, and I want to thank Dave and Liz for taking on this role of our MCs. Let's give them a round of applause. It's not an easy job, and especially when we have a prep meeting and I say, you could have 5 minutes, you could have 12, who's to say? So they really took it on like professionals, so thank you. I also want to thank one of our sponsors, mHealth Fairview, for providing the breakfast, for providing the space that we're in today, so I'd love to give them a round of applause as well. We're going to do this a couple of times. We've got friends visiting from the Minnesota Medical Association in the back there, as well as our colleagues in the alumni office in the medical school. So we thank them for being here as well. And I'd also just like to say, as a coordinator, a thank you to the McNamara staff. I have to do very little. People give me credit for putting on this event, but you'd be surprised how much is already done for me. So thank you to that team. Thank you. I want to walk through, because I know you start to feel when we approach 11 a.m., the energy starts to shift. People start to lose their focus on what's going on up here, and that's understandable. What is going to happen is we have envelopes for the students to pick up, the soon-to-be doctors. They are organized alphabetically by last name, and we're going to very calmly, because we have time for this, and you can't open them until we tell you anyway. So very calmly, students are going to rise and either head to this side with last name A through J. You're going to head in that direction. Last name K through Z, you're going to be behind these pillars here. And again, your names, your envelopes are laid out. Take the one that has your name on it. We also... We also have staff members who are handing out signs so that you can write using the markers on your table where you matched. So be sure to grab one of those before you sit back down. So again, we have plenty of time for this. No need to rush the stage. Or no, not the stage. Rush back there either. So I'm going to excuse you all to do that. Family and friends can stay in their seats. Thank you. And just a reminder, do not open them. Come back to your seat, do not open them.
There's about 9 minutes left. There are about 5 minutes left. So if you want to get back to the place where you want to be when you open your envelope, it would be a good time to move there. 3 minutes left or so. Two minutes left. One minute left till you all find out where you matched in general surgery. I'm Jeffrey Chipman. I'm the Interim Senior Associate Dean for UME. I just want to give you my appreciation for the opportunity to be here with you. I remember my match day like it were yesterday. My oldest son was born that morning. I opened my envelope and announced where we were going, and my wife burst into tears. And my mother-in-law, who was holding the baby and lived where we were going, was giddy with laughter. I wish you the best. Thank you for being students with us. We appreciate having the opportunity to serve and train you. Our countdown will start at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, open!
Is this, okay. If you're a Duluth student, there are many people who would like a picture of the Duluth students together. So feel free to come to the stage and you can give me phones and I will take pictures of the Duluth students.
I'm ready. Where are you going? Gunderson. Oh, in lacrosse. No, like what? Oh, family medicine. Should we stand up?
You'll see you in lacrosse.
Yeah, you should go on that. We need to stand in front of the podium. No, we can just hold it up above it. I don't want to be
John Boss. Where are you going, buddy? Going to Harvard.
Wait, Becky, where'd you get? Becky, where'd you get?
Yeah.
Stop! Everyone's so much fun.
I don't know where to go. Either I'm gonna, yeah, should I do it? You're good. What's up, Jesse? Harvard, buddy.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to be smiling? I don't know where to go. Have you guys holding this? Probably not. Can you see?
Oh, 2 pictures.
Yes, thank you. How about you? There's a crew of you. Where are you going? Dude, that's amazing. And congratulations that you're married. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I was scrolling literally like at 10 a.m. I was like,
It's been an exciting
when
week.
was it?
Wednesday night at 9 p.m.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing.
All I need is a picture. Where's the bed at? Oh, that was a lot. We could want to just show you there.
Thomas Park. That is. Yeah, I think so. Where should we go?
Okay. Michael, where's your sign?
Oh, it's on my ID, so I could text it.
What is it?
Woodwinds at the U.
Yay, that's incredible.
Oh, you're going there. I interviewed there.
You did? Oh my god, I'm like, the weather sounds really nice right now.
Yeah.
He was pumped. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to do the duel?
Yeah.
Well, it's like 8 years
And so many people, I'm so happy with the app that like got their number 1. They want a picture with our roommates. Do you have your sign? Okay, good. Yeah. Aren't you in camp so early?
I gotta see that. Matt, where'd you go? You got some smileys?
Did I what?
You get smileys? Is that
No,
you?
I didn't want to.
Oh, you don't want smileys? Okay.
thought I remember seeing you in this one. I was told that too. I did my sub out there.
I did my sub out there too. But it's like kind of funny because when, what's his name, Dr. Penny?
He's great.
He was like totally like, on the program, and then afterwards I was like, wow, it sounds like I should go fight him. And then it's like, well, I'm not telling you that, but if you did it, I would understand.
I applied just because I did my semi, but I didn't apply. I was, and then I had an interview for a conference I had. I was okay. Now there's a place that we're going. Yeah. Yeah, I got like I had an interview there, and I was doing 2 weeks before. Yeah. Dr. Penny. So there's two spots. One of them is as well. Congrats. Yeah. You guys are doing the bus? Yeah. I think so. I just don't do a lot of buses. Yeah. I might be doing that. What's the name of the bar?
A lot of nervous sweats.
Oh, the streets are blocked off? I think so. Okay, cool. Yeah, I might live my way there. Cool. All right. Yeah, I'll see you guys there then, folks.
I'm trying to find out. Don't have to do any research years. Yeah, so what is it? Guaranteed 5? Yeah. Nice. Right 5. 2 years, you're right back. My number one was Dartmouth, and they had 2 years of research. Really tough.
It's not all it's tough to me, I can tell you.
I liked it out there.
I liked it. I mean, I guess my experience would be different.
Jacob Schaefer, I got it.
Mom told me on the phone. I could have looked on the sheet, but. I know. I know.
Hey, I didn't tell you.
That's awesome. That is awesome. A lot of good news today for a lot of people. Ty, it's one more time for the mic.
Big one phone.
There's just, you want to go? Oh, fine, whatever.
1, 2, 3. Yay.
You want to do me and you since we're up here?
Oh yeah, let's get a roomie pick. You go first. My turn. No such thing as sharing photos because all of you are individual.
Yeah.
Love it.
We're staying at. Live in the same dorm?